Should we view it as a positive to see Vernon out here this morning working out?
Yeah, it's coming around really well. He's feeling better, I even think, than he thought he was going to feel. So, good on him.
What's the prognosis? What do you know?
Well, we'll come right out and say it. We're going to play Dane Evans this week is going to start. Dominique Davis is going to be the number 2, and Vernon, we'll see. He could end up dressing as a 3. We're going to do that if he's medically cleared to do that and he's comfortable with doing it. We just want to make sure when he's back that he's 100% and can move around like he wants to move around.
No rush to get him into playing against Edmonton, though.
No, well, he'd be playing if he was available for sure. So, if he was available fully to go, he would absolutely be going. So, we expect him back sooner than later, though. We're just going to be smart about it, and we're not going to put a guy that's limited out there. He'll be back sooner than later, all indications.
How much better do you think Dane Evans will be with a full week of practice leading into Saturday's game?
Well, that's part of the deal, too, is we need to be fair to our quarterbacks, and we wanted to let them know what was going on as soon as possible. And we think that's the best move for this week, and we want to get Dane as many reps as he can as the starter, and Dom to be prepared to be the backup, and then go from there.
Everyone expects you to win this football game, but how dangerous is a football team that hasn't won at home in as long as Edmonton has?
Yeah, I do understand the storylines. I get it. I do understand that, but that's just not been our mindset, and we're not walking down that road. We got a tough Western opponent. They played Winnipeg tough last week in Winnipeg, and the good news is I don't have to do a big sell job to our team. All I have to do is throw on the game film and watch it, and they got a lot of good players, and we're going to have to play really well to beat these guys, and that's going to be our focus this week is not the record or that type of stuff, and go in there and try to beat a West team on the road.
You got dinged up a bit. No Dominic Rhymes. What's Dominic's situation?
We're going to sit him this week. Had a talk, and we think the best thing is we're going to sit him from practice and sit him from this game. We want to get him right. Kind of a similar situation to Hatcher was earlier in the year, where we just want to get the guy right so he can play the way he wants to play. He's just kind of had a series of things that have been nagging on him, and so we're going to try to get him right and get him ready to go when he's ready.
What was that discussion like during the game when you pulled him from the game?
Yeah, he just wasn't running the way he's used to running. And so I've known Dom a long time, going back to our Ottawa days, and so we know each other, and I appreciate him being a good teammate, because you'd have to drag him off the field, and I appreciate that about him, and it's a great quality. We're fortunate that we have guys on the roster like Justin McInnes that are playing really well too, so we're really just trying to field the best team for that game. And personally for Dom, I know how Dominique Rhymes, I know how hard he worked in the offseason to be ready for this year, and it'll pay off for him. He just needs to get his body right.
Throwing back to Dane for a second there, he had that, his first drive, 84 yards, you guys go down, score a touchdown. It took him a while to kind of play his way into the game after that. Now that you've had a chance to kind of see those series on film, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think he's going to be ready to go. Saskatchewan was doing a really good job. Both defenses in that game were playing really well and creating problems. And same thing, you watch the Saskatchewan thing, they were causing issues for us in protection. They were doing a good job in coverage. They were just playing good football all around on defense. So, he really got thrown into the fire on that one. So, no different. Edmonton does a lot of good things on defense. They're tough to solve. As evidence, Winnipeg last week played them 6-6 in the first half. So we're expecting a tough Edmonton defense. We want to get Dane as many reps and as many looks as he can so he feels ready to go against those guys.
You sort of addressed this, I think, on Saturday, but what's the advantage of having a guy like Dane Evans as your backup? As other teams are being forced to use young players or even rookies. What's the advantage of having a Dane Evans who's played in 2 Grey Cups, played regular season?
Yeah, proven winner and a hungry guy. It's not like a guy that's old or something at the end of his career. It's a guy that was available to us through a trade. We weren't going to turn that down, and I know he's excited to get out here and get to start this week.
But I guess for you, though, it's an advantage for this team to have that luxury as opposed to not pointing finger, but what Saskatchewan had to go through, what Hamilton's going to go through.
Like I said, when we had the chance to trade for him, we weren't going to pass it up. been in this league a long time now, and it's rare that you go through a whole season without needing at least 2 quarterbacks. It's just the way it goes, and that rings true again this year. So we're never going to turn away good football players, and we're never going to turn away a chance to acquire a proven quarterback, and we feel lucky to have him.
Has our defense been given its due the way that it's played this season?
Don't talk them up too much. Let them do their thing. They're doing a great job. I say that, but yes, they're doing a great job. They're a big reason why we've won a lot of our games, and I really like the way they're playing as a unit. I know I've already said this before, but I really like that it's not a 1 or 2 man show. It's all 12 guys functioning together, and our whole coaching staff functioning together. So very proud of them. Humble and hungry is what we want to be on defense.
Thanks, Rick.